I had to start this video over, and I was 2 minutes in too, but I had got a phone call and I could not ignore it, so I answered. So I hate to have to start over. I feel like I'm re-explaining myself, but like, try this again. So I saw my counselor today, and I knew where it was going, not giving people control, this, that, and the third. You shouldn't harbor certain feelings, and as I stated before I had to cut the video, like, I feel like for my temperament and behavioral health wise, one of the best things that's probably happened to me is going to behavioral health, seeking out guidance, seeking out mental healing. That's what I view behavioral health is. For a lot of people who are on the fence about seeing a psychiatrist or a counselor or a life coach or whatever, I advocate for it because I feel like it's needed. But I'm gonna tell you something in advance that I was told in the way beginning of my mental behavioral health journey. If you think behavioral health, or if you think this shit is gonna fix you, if you feel like you're broken like I do and others, I'm sorry to tell you it's not. But I definitely encourage it because it definitely has given me certain tools. Now it's on me to utilize them and use them, but I feel like a more competent, resilient, I feel like somebody with a different mindset than me could probably utilize these tools effectively in life, especially if they dealt with some type of trauma. Me, I like everybody, we all have issues. Shit, I'm definitely about mine, which is why I think I'm too fucking honest when it comes to certain shit. But I can be really, really extreme when I feel like you've wronged me or genuinely wronged people like you. And what I mean by that, like, well, how about this? Like, I can be an extremist when injustice at the end of the day. If you do something I feel like is unfair, and you take enjoyment out of it, like, when I mean I'm an extremist, like, I feel like you shouldn't be pretty much living. Like, bro, you are, or sis, or whatever the fuck you are legit a waste of space of human life. Now, the only time I feel like you should take enjoyment in tormenting somebody, again, I'm a little sick, is when it comes down to, like, revenge. I'm an advocate for getting your lick back. And the only reason I say that, like, we live in a world nowadays where it's so easy to be a victim. Some people handle that differently. Some people get better equipped, to protect themselves. Some people become a statistic. Some people, but like in one of my interviews that I did, like, in every realm, I always thought you just deal with bullies, like, pretty much your school life, but you deal with bullies at work. You deal with bullies in the martial arts realm. You can deal with bullies in the fitness realm. It's just like, what are you equipped in the military? Most definitely. It's just like, what are you equipped with to deal with them, But anyway, bringing it full circle to my session, it was needed, but it was frustrating because it's kind of like, I see two different counselors, and I also get good mentorship when I can, but I keep hearing I'm allowing the other person or individuals or whatever it is too much control over me. And it's like, how? I don't. And I personally, I hate hearing that, because if and when there's a retaliation, I am going to take it to the extreme. But I know that's going to have people looking at me crazy. And it's kind of like, I remember there was this one content creator. He told his story. It was, and I empathize a lot with it, but his dealt with family. But he was pretty much getting like beat up on by his cousins. And it became a norm. Like aunts and uncles kind of like saw this shit. They didn't do nothing about it. They were just like, hey, you know, he's used to taking it on the chin. There ain't gonna be no reaction. Well, I guess one day cousin came at him the wrong way, so he took some batteries, put it in a sock, and then just like, long story short, beat the brakes off his cousin. I felt like I was justified, especially if it was months of torment. But he said what he failed to understand was his family ridiculed and attacked him, saying you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't react like that, you should know better. And he said he didn't know no better at that time, but he said he put the blame on himself, because instead of, and you don't know this as a youngin', now you most people probably kind of figure this out as an adult, but like when you don't rectify a situation right then and there, it does become a social norm. Like think about how many people you legit see getting fucked with, like at work, just family, whatever, but they don't react, so it becomes a norm. Like, hey, this person is going to either say or do this, and this other person's not going to do anything about it. We know this person has self-control, whatever it is, whether it's self-control, you think this person is a bitch, or you think it, whatever, and then they finally snap. Like I kind of empathize with that, like we do, because I've done that. But then again too, we know that, hey, the other force of the other entity kept, you know, poking and poking and poking. So why are we sitting here really acting like this month, whatever it is, family, friend, bully, cousin didn't have this coming, you know? But like when I heard that story in that format, it made me think about most crash outs. I've never, well, when me or anybody, when we finally get to the situation, and yeah, it's kind of sudden, but I've noticed most crash outs, to an extent, people don't just crash, like just go ballistic. There is a form of a buildup. Sometimes it's small things, and sometimes it's really, really bad things. But the one thing, like the conclusion I've had about a motherfucker losing it, it's definitely a buildup. Like my counselor used my situation like a volcano. And this month and these months, but sometimes though too, some people don't think you'll explode, which is why you do explode. And then when you like, again, it's to me, depending on what's done, I fully believe it's justified, but I don't. I think I got a 5 o'clock shadow, don't it? But nah, but yeah, that was pretty much the conversation. That was pretty much the conversation I had with my counselor this morning. I got another, like I say, I'll see 2 counselors. But whether it's me or somebody else, it's just, I'm really starting to dislike that more and more. Especially like me or anybody that deals with, not interact, because I call it spade a spade. I really don't interact well with others. Like, I promise you, I will leave you the fuck alone. And 9 times out of 10, I'm scared of your ass anyway. Male, female, dog, cat. But it's just like, I'm really trying to be heard, and I'm not. I got too much to lose at this point, and I'm not. But I'm really just trying to, I don't know what I'm trying to be, but I'm not trying to, I'm not trying to give this person or individuals in general the satisfaction of getting me to lose it. But I'm not me, but anybody, it's like, you are going to need people in your corner when you do spaz out. And sometimes when people spaz out, depending on, again, what they do, they don't have people in their corner. They don't, you know, and it's kind of like, hey, we have been trying, or I have been trying to just be like, hey, leave me the fuck alone, please. It's like, back the fuck off. But another thing I like about behavioral health and my behavioral health journey is I, believe it or not, I always wanted to be a counselor for young boys, adolescent teens, broken men like me. Get the necessary skill set and tools and put back into my community. But I don't think I could do that, because I'm at the point in my life, if I hear a certain story, I'm more than likely, I'm a whisper in your ear, crash the fuck out. So I don't think I need to be in that type of field. I shouldn't be. But it's kind of like, you know, and again, this isn't a why me video or a victim mentality video. I know I'm just human at the end of the day, but especially in the field that I work in and dealing with certain individuals, it's kind of like, again, I have like, and I don't know why, man. I think it's probably because I was raised, but I don't have, like, I have a really high sense of right and wrong. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And when you do wrong, and this is a me problem, but when you do wrong by others, and when you do wrong by others and take enjoyment out of it, I legit got a problem with that. I got a problem with you, you know? But I'll say this, because all I've done in this video is promote bad energy and negative energy, and that's something I do want to work on. I will say this, for those who struggle with behavioral health, regardless of what it is, schizophrenia, PTSD, anxiety, depression, overthinking, seek counsel. Regardless of how you came up and what other people may think, at the end of the day, it's on you to get you right. And that's one of the things that I'm some hard lessons I'm learning about behavioral health. I feel like that's kind of unfair in life, because what was it, I don't know if it was Charlemagne that said this. I watch a lot of Charleston White, maybe a guest on Vlad, but it's not your fault that you go through trauma, but unfortunately it is on you to seek out the necessary tools to heal from trauma. And I was like, how in the fuck is that? I mean, it makes sense, but in the back of my mind, I go, how in the fuck is that fair? You know? But hey, to each his own. I'm about to cut it right here. Y'all have a good day. I am going to do a word of the day video later on today. Y'all be blessed. Know that you guys are loved. I love you. You are loved. Keep going. Don't quit. And I'll see y'all in a couple hours. All right? Peace.